Welcome to the Diamond Podcast, another episode. We're tuning in and we're enjoying, we unpacking a lot. You know, I recorded this is episode 5 of the Diamond Podcast. Thank you for tuning in and thank you for joining us today. And today we're gonna be talking a lot, unpacking the stories and what has been happening throughout June and throughout the exams, throughout the personal life, throughout a lot, man, throughout everything that has been happening. So we're gonna start by addressing the matters of the heart. Matters of the heart. We all know that if you listen to the previous podcast that I posted, you will kind of get it gist of what I'm saying here. But just a quick recap from the previous episode. So I was talking to this girl for a few weeks, and in the previous podcast when I was talking about the girl, I was very hopeful, very happy, very, I was very, I was really fallen. You understand what I'm saying? So now this is a different kind of episode, but I will not try and be somber for you guys. I will try and give you the facts and give you the details of what actually happened and why, and maybe actually kind of explaining kind of relate and actually explain to myself and actually find out. The more you talk, the more you find out. But so about the matters of the heart. So as I was saying, I was talking to her a few weeks before Mother's Day. Now a few days before Mother's Day, and then we talked, and then Mother's Day came. And we started talking, and the connection grew and grew and grew. And after that, it went better and better and better. And a couple of weeks ago, she was like, "Oh, I think we need to call this off due to complications with my friend." Because, me and her friend, we used to, do a little something. So there was always kind of thing that's a back burner that always was at the back of her mind. So I was like, okay. But then I kind of managed to convince her, but not actually. So I was like, first time she was like, "Oh, I think we should call you off." I was like, I wouldn't like it if I were to find out about myself that I didn't put enough effort in to something that I saw progressing past the great heights, and I was hopeful, right? I was very hopeful. But speaking of hope, there was none. There was none for this one, cause after that first time, she was like, "Oh, I think we should what." I tried convincing her for a long time, and then the conversation started on a Friday, and then Friday I was talking. I was like talking. I trying to talk her out of it. Trying to convince her that, oh, this is the right decision. You gotta keep with me and whatnot. I was really fighting, man. I was fighting, and then Saturday I kind of accepted it at that point. A couple of weeks ago, on a Saturday, I kind of accepted it, and then I asked her, "Are you killing us completely, or are you giving me hope?" Cause you were still talking, still civil, still still very cordial. So I was like, I asked her the question straight off the bat. I was like, "So what are you saying? What is the deal? What are we doing?" And then she said it straight. She was like, "Oh, it's over." And I was like, "Okay," because it wasn't that long into the kind of like what is this? It wasn't that long into the situationship. I'd rather call it a situationship because we never actually got official. This is what they call a talking stage. At that point, it was purely just a talking stage. Nothing physical had gone on, as I would testify. Nothing had went on past talking really. So yeah, on Sunday she comes to me. She's like, we start talking, we start texting again. Cause I like to keep it civil because we built the genuine connection, and I actually believe she's very funny, And so we were talking, and the conversation is always there. The connection is always gonna be there. It's not something that you can just burn the bridge very fast and then forget about it. We were still talking, and I felt like she had still not accepted the decision, so she was still, thinking about it, second guessing. I don't know if she was second guessing it, but she was definitely thinking about it. So I was like, okay, we were just talking normal conversation. It's a Sunday. I just came from church. I'm telling her, oh, church was very good today. It was very powerful. I felt the sermon talk to me because that day I went to church. I was like, I'm at a low. I need God. I prayed. I was like, okay, this is the time we need to come back. You understand what I'm saying? You know, the Lulu took you for a couple of minutes. Now you gotta come back into the real world. Gotta realize, gotta be real and stuff. So Sunday, I'm like, fresh, clean, fresh mind, fresh everything. I'm nice. And then at night, we start talking again. We start texting. And what I noticed is that she sent me a text. She's like, babe. She's like, umuntu wami. She's like, the normal language you would use to address your significant other, i.e., your partner. So I'm like, what you trying to do? I thought we ended the stuff yesterday. What you trying to do now? I'm like, now she's like, she's talking, and then I asked her all of those questions. I went to all of those messages where she kind of refers to me as a significant other, i.e., partner. So I'm like, what do you mean? Now I'm confused. First, she doesn't reply to the message. She just replies to the, oh, why are you confused? Because I addressed the thing after she had said it. So it's not in the moment. I'm not replying because I didn't want to make it awkward. I don't want to make it seem like, oh, I really want you back or anything like that. So I was really over it already. So then at the end of the conversation, I you know, kind of pinned the messages for her to see that, oh, well, what you trying to say here? And then on Sunday we talked, and somehow we resolved it. I don't know how it got resolved, but we resolved it. And let me not say we, because she took the decision. It's not a great place to be at the place where I'm at, like where like most big decisions were not discussed or anything like that. But she took that decision, so I was like, oh yeah. And then after that Sunday, it kind of was good. And then Monday I went to school. I wrote paper 2. I was feeling good. That week was nice, man. Paper 2 of life science, I wrote good. After a dismal paper 1 performance, I was like, okay, at least I'm coming back a little bit. And on Monday I got my jacket. A lot of good things were happening that week. And I knew, oh, I'm writing on Friday maths paper 1. I was like, oh, this is a great mood to be in for when you're gonna write mathematics. Just get starting. Start Monday. When you start Monday, we're gonna get ready. We're gonna eat this. We're gonna ace this. We're gonna ace this. So I'm all in high spirits on a Monday. I'm like, and I'm texting her. And oh yeah. The funny thing that happened on a Monday was kind of like a deterring factor somehow. It's because I have 2 phones. I have 2 phones. You see this phone? I have this phone and I have that phone. And on that phone, I was texting her. And we're talking normally, like a normal conversation. So as we were talking and talking, it was load shedding that day. So I couldn't charge that phone because I didn't have the charger. A long story. It's a long story. I couldn't charge that phone, so I was using this phone. I'm like, I'm texting her. I'm like, why isn't she replying? She definitely sees my messages. She's looking at my status. Why is she not replying? Oh, I realized, oh, we did not resolve stuff on Sunday. She just, doubled down and just cut me off. It's fine, dog. Forget about it. And I'm like, oh, forget about it. I'm like, oh. And then that Monday, I'm like, what is this? Tuesday, the next day, because I slept Monday, I did nothing. That Tuesday, I wake up, I'm doing washing, I'm exercising, I'm like, this is the revenge, like I'm going in, bro. revenge arc type storyline type. You know those things like when they say, "Oh, she broke your heart, but she gave you your gains." You understand those type of motivation? Because I'm like, oh, now I'm in. There's a whole lot of storylines going in this head, delusional as if. So I'm like, I'm thinking about it. I'm like, I'm going crazy. I'm running. I'm exercising. I'm doing all these things. So now I'm in a motivational mood. Now I'm thinking, I'm this is personal. They're gonna get this work. Crack, crack. But then I decided to go and buy the charger with my own money. That's why a nigga broke right now. I go and buy the charger with my own money. I go to the shop. They rob me, but it's fine. We're not gonna talk about how they robbed me. How they robbed me. Shout out Belvera for robbing me. Anyway, but yeah, I bought the charger. And I bought the charger and then I charged the phone. And I bought some airtime and then I'm in. Turns out she replied to the messages I sent on this phone, on that phone that I'm recording with now. So I'm like, oh, she didn't actually cut me off and block me and do all those stuff. It's still good. So I'm like, oh, now we're talking, we're talking, we're talking, we're talking. We talk about at least like the whole week we start talking. It's back to normal somehow. Even though the normal, like when you're in a situationship, you show your best interest. That type of phase, we go back to that phase again. Just after we had a whole conversation and break off and mending back together, we go back to the fairy tale side of it. Now we're like, I'm like talking. It's normal conversation. The conversation is still flowing. It's still nice. It's still got substance. Understand what I'm saying? So we're talking, and then Thursday, I'm writing English paper one. Wednesday, I'm texting, because Wednesday was her friend's birthday. So I was like, oh, I texted her and I was like, oh, it seems like you're gonna be busy today. I'm gonna leave you to it, because I texted her that like at the one, and then like at 6 I texted again. I'm like, oh, so what's up? How you doing? And she's mad and she's like, oh, I started talking to you and you were like, bye. And I was like, ah, so mad and whatnot. And she was like, oh, the day is so meaningless. What, if I don't get a chance to talk to you, if you don't give me that type of attention and whatnot. Corny shit like that. So she tells me all that. I'm like, nah, man. I'm like, okay, I see. I'm like, I miss you and whatnot and whatnot. She's like, ah, you didn't miss me. Why would you turn off the phone so fast? What? It's the whole manipulation, whatnot. Let me not say manipulation. It's the whole cute, corny shit like that. So now we start talking. We start talking late into the night. Think about it. We start talking, and then when we're talking, I get to ask a few questions. A little few questions. First, I was bored. I'm asking AI to like just jokes. I just like to be goofy sometimes. Just random questions. And then I asked her, what is one flirty thing that you meant to do but haven't done yet, or seem you've been scared of what now? She was like, when I what. I won't go into the specifics, but she's like, she getting my juices flowing. She's like, I turn her on and whatnot, but she's like, I'm attracted to you. Like, she's attracted to me. That's a good thing to hear, right? So I'm thinking about it. I'm good. I'm like, okay, we're working. And then I allude to the fact that I want to introduce something physical, a little bit of physicality into the situationship that has no labels. And then I allude to it, and she's like, oh, speaking of physical things, no, I'm not talking about i.e. intercourse. I'm talking about, just a kiss, first kiss type of situation, you know what I'm saying? Just cute corny shit. Because I allude to that fact first. I'm like, okay. And then she's like, oh, I'll talk to you about that tomorrow. And then I'm like, I can't wait for tomorrow. tomorrow is a great day. I'm writing English. I don't need to study for English. So I'm like, oh yeah, we'll talk tomorrow. So I'm all excited and then we meet for sure on Thursday. After the paper, we meet and we talk and we talk. We talked about 4 hours. And 15 minutes of that 4 hours, I will admit, it was me trying to, not leave because it was too nice and I was kind of doubling down. I wanna kiss you and whatnot, and and then we were hugging a lot of times. I was like, just last hug, I don't need to get into the what is this, the basics and the specifics of the whole situation, but it was nice for a bit, and then I left after 4 hours of hanging out with her. Then I came home, I'm tired, I go to sleep, I wake up, I watch a couple of videos because I'm writing maths on Friday. Very bad timing to be busy with Ipanganoi when you're supposed to be studying for maths, dog. Because I'm thinking, I'm like, then I'm trying to put in all night or whatnot. I'm watching videos, and all. Okay. And then Friday, she said, I'll do it Friday because she was kind of shy on Thursday. I got it. She said, you know what I'm saying? So she said Friday, and then Friday comes along. I write a 3 hour paper. She writes a 2 hour paper. I'm like, it's tacky. I didn't see that. I thought we were writing like the same time. What do I take? Come out the same time and go and talk and on walk again. Spend another 4 hours because it's Friday. The next day I don't gotta go to school. You understand what I'm saying? Convenience type of shit. And then she finished writing, and then she goes home. But the good thing is she stayed close. She stays close to the school, right? So I'm like, nah, it's cool. Cause I write 3 hours. I'm like an hour later than her. So she's like, get home right now. And then I come out of paper and then I have to sign some paperwork and whatnot. And then I text them like, oh, I thought you waited for me or not. She's like, I wanted to wait, but you guys were taking so long. I'm like, okay, at least she's expressing some interest. And then I'm like, oh, should I come? Like, she's like, yes. First, like, we battle about directions and whatnot, and she gets mad and she's like, lost, man. I'm like, I'm coming. I'm really coming. I was sorry about that. I'm like, I'm coming there. And then I go around, I go to a house, I see a house. And then we started walking, started talking, was nice. And she started talking about how she rode. I didn't want to talk how I rode because I don't like talking about what I rode. And she's like, okay. We talk. And then Friday was a nice time because we talk. It was nice, and I wasn't really expressive on Friday. I'm not really expressive with her like that. I don't feel like she sees the side of me that's goofy and hyper and crazy and all in your face and you understand what I'm saying? So I'm always kind of acting kind of cool with her, and then I'm like, okay, and then she's like, oh, I gotta go now. I gotta say bye. And then I hug her and then bye. A little bit of a French moment, a French moment. But then I realized, like in a French moment, like, oh, she's taking it on like tongue action and all that, and I'm like, oh, this is the first time. Like I kind of be like, oh, this is the first time, because I was kind of surprised by it. I'm like, okay, let me just. I don't know how they do it. Like I'll do it. I don't like being so graphic in the description though. Next thing I'm posting this thing, and then next thing my viewers are like, "Oh, remember when you were talking about this?" But man, we documenting a story, man. It's a storytelling shit. So she's like, and then she says bye, and I'm like, oh, I'm just thinking about that moment like the whole day, cause and then I talk about it, and then now I go home. Friday is still cool, We're at the point where in-person interaction is trumping digital interaction. Like we talk more in person than we've talked on the phone, which is a good place to be, by the way. If you're like trying to push something, trying to build something, always push for in-person interaction over digital interaction. Because digitally, she might be doing this and this and this, and then in person she might be shy ignore you in person. So it's better have in person over digital always. So Friday I go home, I'm like I slept, and then she tells me about the whole day and whatnot, and she's like, oh, that was a highlight of a day. No, she didn't say that on Friday, but on Saturday I didn't go to extra class, and then this is very recent, by the way. I don't know when I'm posting this, but from when I'm talking about it, this is very recent. And she's like, "Oh, there was a highlight of my day. There was a highlight of my day yesterday." She's talking about Friday. I'm like, "Okay, okay, I see." And then now I'm happy, and then I'm like, I just I'm just trying to keep a happy mood and whatnot and whatnot. And then we talk and we talk and we talk. And then I don't know if it's just my questioning or my lack of, don't know, no timing, no word timing, whatnot. And then she comes up with the idea again. She's like, oh, this thing is a roller coaster. I want to get off. I'm like, shit, what just happened? I'm like, I don't understand. But like, and then I kind of accept it because this is the second time. Like, if you go and try and break up with me 2 times, trust that on the second time, I'm going to say, yeah. I'm going to say, yeah. I will not try and beg for you the second time. It goes from cute, from inspirational, from, oh, I fought for her, and then to it's toxic. Now you're just a doll she's playing with. Now I don't want to be that doll anymore. So I'm like, nah, leave it. I'm fine. Like I respect your decision, cause that's where I'm at. And then we say goodnight and then there's the end of it. And then Sunday we started. We kind of now she's more colder in text. And I'm like, okay, it's fine. Like I understand. I understand once you cut off someone or kind of cut off a road. I understand the interaction will be less warm. Let's take a break from the podcast. Um, Announcement. We have a big announcement. New series coming out. A docu series, full part behind the scenes series of a matric learner trying to study, trying to do all them things there. So yeah, new series coming out on YouTube, coming soon. Tune in while you're watching the podcast. Let's go back to the pod. Oh, I'm sorry about that glitch, by the way. As I was saying, I know like when you cut off someone, sorry about that glitch, technical difficulties. So yeah, I was like, oh, I know after you cut off someone, there will be a sense of coldness, sense of detachment. I'm noticing it. I'm like, okay, okay, but the conversation is still cordial. So what I'm trying to actually just say is that the story just I just told you, I'm gonna title it apparently, because you see the whole story that just happened. The past 2 episodes is from between Mother's Day and Father's Day. Sunday was Father's Day, and the Saturday we started talking. It was Mother's Day, so we're just here in between Mother's Day and Father's Day. So I'm gonna call the story apparently, because your mother and your father are your parents. But anyway, there's the whole story, and there's the end of the story. I hope the story doesn't continue. I hope that when it does continue, there's no toxicity. And if it doesn't continue, I am also at peace, and I've accepted the fact, and I'm less likely to double dip in it. You understand what I'm saying? I'm least likely to double dip in it. If I'm double dipping, just then believe I haven't accepted it. You understand what I'm saying? Unless it's like in a few years, in a couple of months or anything, something like that. But now I feel like me talking about it and me making this commitment through video has solidified it, dog. Like I'm over it completely. But it was nice though. No bad things to say about it. No bad mouthing. It was a nice time, a great time. No bad comments. I feel like when you kind of discredit and kind of criticize your past like that, you kind of make it hard for you to have nice memories in life. So that's what I'm trying to say. That's episode 4 of the Diamond Podcast, the story called Apparently between Mothers and Father's Day. We call it a talking stage, some call it a moment, some call it a fling. I call it Apparently because it happened between Mothers and Father's Day. So thank you for watching the Diamond Podcast. And stay tuned for the next episode. Next episode, we are getting rid of the matters of the heart because you're probably saying like, oh, this guy is talking too much about, personal stuff. So thank you for tuning in to the Diamond Podcast, and see you next week. Stay happy, stay nice, stay vibrant, man. These are the stories that we need to share, and we also need to share the stories with a happy mindset. Thank you. Peace.